Love you, Linda. Love you.
The courthouse the other day in the hallway, you're singing "Oh Happy Day."
One word prayer. Justice, where are you?
And welcome to Justice Serve TV. We are live in Dedham here, just one corner of the triangle of terror. That is the Stoughton, Canton, Dedham triangle. We are here, of course, for Aidan Kearney's latest motion. This is a motion to dismiss. If Alan Jackson were involved, it might be called a full-throated motion to dismiss, but because it is Aidan Kearney, it is a mega motion done by Mr. Mark Betterow and his associates, including Olivia. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the courthouse. There's a few more folks out and about than there were the last time, maybe because this has gotten hyped up as not only the whole Cosgrove factor. Is he going to be withdrawing from just the what I call the LG portion of the case, Lindsay Gaetano, or is he going to be out entirely? They're going to have to find a new prosecutor. I doubt that, really. I think he's still going to retain his role to some degree. So all questions that may be teed up today may not be answered today because, as you know, Judge Doolin is not one to act all that rapidly from the bench. We talked about this before, how out in California we would call it taking the matter under submission. It's been submitted to the court. Here they say advisement. I think that's quite common in the East Coast, but it makes me wonder, well, who are you getting advice from? Don't you call your own shots? But they take things under advisement quite often here. So whatever the questions are pending before the court, I fully expect will not be answered today. Remember, the Cosgrove motion to withdraw does not specifically affect all of the Aidan Kearney cases. And so unless he makes another maneuver, he will retain some sort of contact with at least part of the cases against Aidan Kearney. Those that remain, I'm not saying this dismissal motion might not be successful in part. Is it going to be successful in total? I seriously doubt that. For the reason we've talked about before, we talked about in the context of the Karen Reed civil case motion to dismiss, which was only relating to a handful of counts in that civil complaint brought by the O'Keefe family against both Karen Reed and then the two bars. And that's much more likely to see some success because it's not a total wipeout of the complaint, but it's still difficult. Still difficult. There's a lot more that has happened in this case, Aidan Kearney case, evidentiary stuff has happened that supports the motion than in the Karen Reed case, which technically the defendants haven't even appeared in and appeared by filing a pleading. Obviously, they've appeared. They've been in court with their phalanx of attorneys. So in this case, we've got so much information that's been gathered, finally released at some point by the Commonwealth. The defense now has that. They've been using it to support this 88-page motion to dismiss. That is what today is teed up for and about. And so there are a few more folks out in front of the courthouse than there have been in my past few visits when this case became all about the Aidan Kearney matter and no longer the Karen Reed matter. But a lot of the familiar folks, and I did some interviews with those folks. I think when I bail here to go to court, we'll run that for you just to get the sense of who's out there, what they're thinking, what's going on. Some new faces, and I specifically was seeking out some new people just to see what would drive them to come to this hearing when they haven't been here in the past. And I think in general, it's the perceived importance of this particular motion. Also, Scott's there. Scott McGinnis is there. We talked to him for a little bit. A couple of the other regulars. Some folks run. They do when I approach. They do a lot of this. And that just encourages me to pursue them further until finally it's like, just give up and talk to me because it's far less painful than you're hiding. So that is the plan today. Linda Kenney Baden is on assignment. We will be back at it here from this location, probably back nearer to the courthouse where I normally am. I'm in the lovely park. Courthouse is just up over my shoulder here. But the main reason that I'm here now is there's only a couple of spots in front of the courthouse that allow really clean Starlink connection. And to me, that's key. I mean, I may have the greatest location in the world, but if the signal is crap, what's the point? So for this, I'm over near the park, and even more importantly, right across the street from Dedham Pizza, and right catty corner from the La Luz pastry cafe. two of my favorites here. So I'm in a good location. This is the right here. This is the Triangle of Delicious, is what this is. So I'll probably move for the 6 o'clock show tonight. I'll be able to get one of those two spaces that has an open sky, so the Starlink does a better job, and then I'll be perched right across from the courthouse as we have been in the past. So, anybody has any questions? Let me see how well I can read from my spot here. Sometimes it's a little tricky with the sun glaring and other stuff happening. Stand by. Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, this is good. Jersey Girl, new member, and we appreciate that. We appreciate those that have donated so many memberships that are then doled out by the overlords at YouTube. I have no idea how that happens. No clue. Another new member. She's telling them everything. She's telling them everything. Became a YouTube member. Thank you so much for that. That, of course, a reference to some of the very interesting testimony in the Karen Reed case. She's done it again. Madera Beach caregiver. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That will buy me a lovely pastry and a piece of pizza. So I'm set. I'm set for the day. Even though Joey Kane has threatened to bring me a chocolate cinnamon pastry roll of some sort. I've not seen him yet, but it's early. I give him a chance to find me. But in the meantime, Madera Beach caregiver, thank you so much. We appreciate your support as always. It's very comforting and reassuring, which is basically your job. Interestingly enough, as a hospice nurse. So, any questions? Let me get to those now before we go. Let me see what else is happening here as I'm popping in on the comments. I thought I saw a Joey Kane there. Did I see a Joey Kane? Did I? Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to stream whatever's going on in the courtroom. We know it's been hit and miss at times. There've been some hearings that have been just audio, and there have been some hearings that have been just the courtroom camera, which is not so great, but better than nothing. And then sometimes one of the local affiliates will set up and stream the thing. And kind of the hybrid of that is the local affiliate will shoot it so you have much better quality, but they don't stream it. And so they release that a little bit later on. So one way or the other, we're going to bring that to you right here. So just stick around. When I bail from this seat, we will fill the time with a little bit of local flavor from earlier, just an hour ago, perhaps. And then we'll get into the hearing for you. And then afterwards, because Linda is not here, we'll probably go dark. I will do all of my post-hearing stuff from the court to house steps, talk to Aidan, talk to Timothy Bradel, his attorney, see who else is here. I do have to ask, among other things, I've got to ask Timothy Bradel about the Kelsey Fitzsimmons case, because we talked about it earlier this week. It's becoming a hot topic for the reasons we all know. For those who aren't familiar with the case, this is a former officer that was on maternity leave, had postpartum concerns, actually lost her right to carry a badge or a gun, was just getting those rights back, and was getting ready to come back on the job when the baby father issued a complaint that resulted in her colleagues pounding on the front door and basically saying, we're going to take the baby away, a 5-month-old baby at the time. And it didn't end well. There was a couple of guns were wielded. Ms. Fitzsimmons never fired hers, attempted to, from what we hear, in an attempt to kill herself. That's what we're hearing. But then there was a gunshot fired by her colleague. It hits her in the chest. She somehow survived, but not without many surgeries, not without some continuing physical problems. That has led to her being back in jail as of today, because of last week when she went in with Timothy Bradel. Ms. Fitzsimmons went in and asked the court, hey, could you modify my terms of release, because this scram, that's one of the things you blow into, which was part of her release conditions. It hurts my chest. It's painful to take a deep breath, let alone to throw it out. Madera Beach caregiver, amazing. Thank you so much. I may get pepperoni on that pizza now. So, who's attacking me? There he is. There he is.
Special delivery to Michael Bryant.
Thanks, buddy. How you doing, man?
Very good. Very good.
Are you gonna be around today?
No, I gotta run.
So you came just to drop this off?
Just to drop that off.
You are the best, brother. Thank you.
Job, everyone. Justice Serve TV is the place to be.
I like the
Subscribe, share, thumbs up.
beautiful. Joey, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Have a good day. All right, I'm set. I am set. And I was just calling him out. Anyway, great guy. And again, thank you, Madera Beach caregiver. That's amazing. So Miss Fitzsimmons back in the clink because she went in with her attorney to say, hey, can we get out from under this scram? I'll go do urine tests. The court found that alternative suggestion was not either properly laid out for the court or was insincere. I'm not sure what the problem was with the Judge McCarthy. But she determined that no, because you aren't going to do the scram, and that means you are not in compliance with your release conditions, you're going back in the slammer. And your baby, of course, is no longer with you. The baby father has it. I think he's with his parents. It's a mess. And so there was a motion for reconsideration that Mr. Bradel brought to get the court to reverse that condition and say, look, fine, you can be released. Do the urine test. It's a 10-minute drive from your house, however they want to set it up. And the court just denied the motion for reconsideration. Now, that's not unusual. I always liken it to, your parents say, you need to be in bed by 10 o'clock. And then you circle back an hour later and say, Mom, do I really have to be in bed by 10? Yes. So they're quite often a loser. But this was a very unique situation. Maybe not surprising that the judge was not willing to change her mind based on how she got there in the first place. She really, it seemed to me, to be looking for a reason to put Fitzsimmons back in jail. Not for a reason to help her, not for a reason to consider all of the circumstances surrounding her health issues. And before that, the bigger overlying issue of postpartum depression. It was like she didn't give a rip about that stuff and went out of her way to ignore that stuff. So Timothy Bradel is the attorney of record in that case. I will definitely be asking him about that. That's venued up north, about 30 miles from here. So we will definitely talk about that. I'm going to leave you just because I gotta go. Well, first I got to get a bite of my Joey Kane delivered pastry. And then maybe I'll eat it as I'm walking up the street. Like a homeless person. I'm sorry. And then get there and we will talk again. If something dramatic and crazy happens, we will probably post the after hearing interviews before we circle back tonight at 6, but Linda will be with me then when that happens. I may scrounge up a guest from the site here. We'll see. Jimmy is he's like Jello. It's hard to get a hold of that guy. He's ethereal, or maybe he's like Mercury. He's mercurial. Anyway, maybe he'll be around. Maybe he won't. Maybe we'll get him in remotely. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But we're doing the best we can from where we are here. It's always great to be back in Dedham. The weather is interesting today. We're on the cusp of ugly. I can tell that. Here we are already at the end of September, but about 70 degrees, light breeze, some sprinkles here and there. And I think most of the weather, I'm reverting to my weatherman days. Most of the weather was going to remain, it looks like, offshore, not really pushing in as far inland as we are. We can only hope. I do have my tent here if it becomes necessary. So, Jimmy was standing in line. Oh, good. Okay. Dizzy says Jimmy was standing in line. Maybe he'll hold a spot for me. This is the big courtroom. I don't expect there's going to be a problem, but I'm going to hit the bricks to get down there to make sure that I can. I'm just going to, Missy, I'm going to turn myself off. You can run that interview I did from this morning. Do you know if that's ready or not? Let's see. Let me go to the private chats. I never use private chats. Is it ready or not? If it is, you'll see it. If not, when it gets queued up, you'll see it either way. So appreciate you joining us this morning. I will see you soon. How's it going, everybody?
What's going on, kid? How are you?
Is there anybody here that has never been to an Aidan Kearney hearing before? You've never been here before? Okay, well, don't talk. Can you talk for her? I'm just curious why now? Why today?
Well, we feel that it's an important session because of the mega motion and the other things going on.
Mega motion is not a real thing. It's just got a made-up name. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But we feel it's important because of that to see what's going on and see how it proceeds. So, and just to keep up with happenings on the case. So.
Are you from nearby?
Quincy.
Okay. So you know it's really pronounced Quincy. You really I know I could get beat up. I could get beat up just for that.
On the city page, they actually have a definition of how to pronounce it, where they put the Z in there.
I know. And Peabody is another one that I enjoy. All right, Peabody. Yes, thank you. Anybody else driven to come out today over any other days? Anyone? Hello? Oh, come on. You're always here. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so why today? Why for this Aidan Kearney hearing? Why are you here? You're the only one that didn't turn away in shock and disgust. So I'm talking to you.
Well, I know who you are, so that's why I'm talking to you.
That keeps people talking. So what do you expect today?
I expect them to throw out the 24 case, and we'll see what happens with the 23 charges. Or no, the 23 charges I expect them to throw out.
Okay, why do you make that distinction? What do you see?
Because that's the Lindsay Gattani case where she filed a lawsuit. So I expect there to be no prosecutors for that case. So I don't know what they're going to do. I think they're going to have to dismiss it.
What do you think about Special Prosecutor Cosgrove, who will be here today because even though he's bailing on one case, he's still involved in this one?
He's collecting a few paychecks, isn't he? I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know how he's going to handle this because the cases are commingled.
So do you think there's any chance he's leaving this case as well?
One could only hope he makes the right decision to do that.
Well, we haven't seen much evidence of that yet, but I appreciate your optimism.
Thank you.
I see you over here. Now you've crossed the side to hide. Anybody that works that hard to hide, come on.
Hey, see that whole Coldplay thing? Maybe some people aren't supposed to be here.
Hey, whoa.
Maybe they turn right.
Are you projecting?
I think we want to hear some of the unredacted redactions.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to know what's in it, you could probably find it elsewhere. Right?
Well, I think Lindsay Gattani actually posted some of the redactions last night. It's like silly.
It is, isn't it? So what do you expect from the big motion today? I'm sorry, the mega motion.
I think that we just want to know, first of all, regardless of the mega motion, I don't think they're going to argue it today. I think that what they want to do is see if Cosgrove is going to recuse himself of this case.
So he'd be out of everything.
Yeah. So
You think that might happen?
I think it might.
Really?
Because, you know, he's dropped himself out of the Gattani case. But I think she may be a witness in this case, too. So he may have to recuse from this one as well, or remove him, however you say it. You know, he may need to recuse himself here, too.
If he withdraws from both, I don't know. They have any more special prosecutors in the wings? Maybe Hank Brennan can come back.
I don't think Hank wants to do that. I think he's done.
He'll just take his $600K and move along.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, you think she would have said, step back.
Okay, before I wrap this up here, you're never shy. So what are
I
your,
am too.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about today's activity?
I'm hoping and praying that there'll be some sort of dismissal. I mean, there has to be with all the chaos surrounding this case and all the corruption and just the BS moves by the government. You know what I mean? The law is the law. It's black and white. You either follow it or you don't.
When you see what we've seen relating to the grand jury and the manipulation of the evidence they were presented with, I don't blame them because they're just reacting to what they're given. But what does that make you feel about those who orchestrated that manipulation?
I mean, I feel like this whole case and Karen's case just proves how untrustworthy the government is. No matter whether it's the Mass State Police, the courthouses, the judges, there's just bad behavior all around within the government. And it's just scary. It's sad. It's a safety issue for all of us. So that's why we continue to come out here. I mean, the more exposure, the better. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. It's scary, but they can just get away with lying continuously. Look at this. Sorry, look at this.
It's double-sided. I'll have to ask Aidan his reaction to that selected picture. Thank you. How you doing, brother? Good.
Linda on there?
Linda is on assignment today, so but she'll be checking in. Don't worry. So it looks like a new sign.
No, it's got some miles on it.
Yeah, this is old school.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, you got that one autographed and everything.
Yeah, terrible.
Any hope for any sort of success today, Scott?
Well, even before the Lindsay Gattani bombshell, where obviously Cosgrove and Novak have to back out of that, pursuing those charges, we already assumed that Cosgrove's going to tell Judge Doolin, I need way more time, Your Honor. 88-page motion was dumped on my lap.
Days ago, yes.
So that's what I was predicting before the Lindsay Gattani bombshell. But now he has to, I guess, withdraw from that portion of the prosecution in front of Judge Doolin today.
He's got to be out of a chunk of it. What do you consider, for those who aren't familiar, the bombshell you're talking about, the LG bombshell?
Well, obviously, the Gattani files, as they were called, her full phone extraction that was accidentally handed over by Detective Lieutenant Tully, and that's leaked out. That's part of the discovery in this case that's still sealed, but it's in the public eye anyways. And the whole Lindsay Gattani honey trap story, where Kate Peter and Kenneth Mello and Tully basically used Lindsay Gattani as a honeypot trap. And now Lindsay Gattani is suing Kenneth Mello and Detective Lieutenant Tully in Cosgrove for using her. So now Cosgrove has to panic and say, well, we have to back out of pursuing any of these multiple witness intimidation cases that involve Lindsay Gattani. But that still leaves some of the remaining cases that involve, like the Alberts and the McCabe's. So now the judge is going to be in a situation where can Cosgrove and Novak withdraw, from the Lindsay Gattani related charges, but remain on as the special prosecutor for the remaining witness intimidation charges that involve other parties.
Which is dicey at best. So I don't know if we're going to get a resolution today. I don't think Doolin's going to do anything from the bench, but maybe it'll be laid out to the point that he has to make a decision.
Right. And I mean, is that viable for Cosgrove to remain the special prosecutor now that he has been handcuffed, one hand behind his back? A big portion of this whole witness intimidation scam, I call it, against, Turtle Boy, Aidan Kearney, had to deal mainly with the Lindsay Gattani matter. That's how he ended up in jail, because his bail was violated.
Allegedly as a result of her complaint. Right.
Yeah, which proved to be false. The alleged assault never took place. All they had left was some sort of witness intimidation. And it's alleged that Lieutenant Tully gave Lindsay Gattani a fake grand jury summons, which was the lure for the trap. That's what Aidan Kearney to go to her apartment. So the whole Lindsay Gattani thing basically exposes the corruption that was involved via Tully, via Mello, and Cosgrove has been named in Lindsay Gattani's suit. So now Cosgrove and Novak are running from the hills from Lindsay Gattani, but I guess he's still here to prosecute the other witness intimidation charges.
We'll see how that plays out, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right, folks. So that's what's going to happen here in the next couple of hours. Let me just spin around here so we can get a better view from across the street. We've been here a bunch of times. There's Chief Rose up on the top of the stairs. Good buddy of mine. Let's zoom in. There's Chief Rose. How you doing, brother? Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
Welcome to the Zoom for Courtroom 25. We just ask that you remain on mute during the hearing. Thank you very much. Oops. Correct that, main session. We are on Zoom. Nope. Do you have a couple things? No, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Do you have his email? Where it's only 1:58. I just want to give him. Do you have his email? Yeah, we could email him to make sure.
For concession, please be seated.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
We do not have a resolution yet.
Okay.
Chief Rose is going to go.
Why don't we start going down the list and see what we've got.
We are going to start. So numbers 4, 5, and 15 are Commonwealth versus Aidan Kearney, 23 CR 313, 24 CR 43, 25 CR 88. The parties are in the building and
Do they need a minute, Tim? Yeah, give them a minute. Give them some time to talk.
Next before the court, number 6, Commonwealth versus Stephen Durant, 24 CR 68. Mr. Durant is present. I have not seen his attorney, Anthony Ellison, yet. The Commonwealth is represented by Assistant District Attorney Amanda Mullaney. The matter was scheduled for a hearing on a motion to suppress. If the parties could please identify themselves for the record.
Amanda Mullaney for the Commonwealth, Your Honor. Good afternoon again.
Mr. Durant, have you seen Mr. Ellison?
Oh, no, I haven't seen him today.
Want to give him a call and tell him that we all say hello?
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll call him right now.
All right, you go do that. All right.
Second call on Mr. Durant. Next before the court, number 7, Commonwealth versus Joe Su, 24 CR 156. Mr. Su, I don't believe is present, neither is his attorney Bradford Stanton. And she is here. Oh, my apologies. And so she is present. We are joined by a Mandarin interpreter, but we are waiting on attorney Stanton.
Okay. Have you talked to Mr. Stanton?
I haven't. I just sent him a message.
Okay, that's good. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay, 8 and 9 we already handled. Next before the court, number 10, Commonwealth versus Miguel Fibo, 25 CR 34. Mr. Fibo is in custody, represented by attorney Billy Keith, who I have not seen. ADA Stephen Coleman is present. The matter is scheduled
Hi,
for
Mr. Coleman.
change of plea. We're also waiting on a Spanish interpreter on that, I think.
All right. When he gets here, we'll do it.
I'm not sure it's gonna happen today, I just don't know, I haven't talked to him. But if it is,
We'll see.
we'll see. Thank you, Your Honor.
And I think actually we do have one we can do. Number 12, Commonwealth versus Tyrell Williams, 25 CR 75. Mr. Williams
In custody.
is in custody, I believe.
I don't think he's.
Oh, Not,
He's not here?
okay, not present, represented by Attorney Robert Nelson. The Commonwealth is represented by Assistant District Attorney Christopher Cook. The matter is on for pretrial hearing. If the parties could please identify themselves for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Chris Cook for the Commonwealth.
Hi, Mr. Cook.
Robert Nelson for Mr. Williams.
Hi, Mr. Nelson. Tell me what's going on with this.
So I believe I have all the discovery now, so I was just going to ask for a motion following date.
Why don't you come over and talk?
Only fair, only fair, only fair.
So do we want to pick, like a motion filing date, and then if you talk to your client, we can bring it forward?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Discussed, I believe, the 27th of October, Monday.
Just saying, you're gonna be in the second session, so, that works. So as to Mr. Williams, the matter is continued to October 27th at 2 p.m. for filing and motion. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Hey.
Oh, what's it, Johnson and Johnson?
Okay, are they all here?
I don't know, what else do we have?
Are they ready on?
Now, let's see if we can move some of this other stuff.
Okay. Do we have,
can.
I just,
Anybody else have anything that they're ready on before we launch into something? Has anybody seen Bill Keys? All right, okay,
okay, and we're,
away we go.
Numbers 4, 5, and 15, Commonwealth versus Aidan Kearney, 23 CR 313, 24 CR 43, and 25 CR 88. If the parties could please come forward and identify yourselves for the record.
Mr. Cosgrove, Mr. Kenney, how are you? All right, we have Robert Cosgrove representing the prosecution, at least for the moment. We have Jim Bradle, who's here, Mr. Betterow from New York, and we have Mr. Kenney. Before us on the one of the cases, I know you moved to withdraw, Mr. Cosgrove. Which one is that?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the very last thing.
Yeah, you moved to withdraw on 240043?
Yes.
No objection, Your Honor. All right. So on 240043, based on representations, Mr. Cosgrove is allowed to withdraw. Now, Mr. Cosgrove, have you had any communication with the Norfolk DA's office on who's going to take that case over?
I have, Your Honor. My present understanding is that no decisions have been made.
There was another motion to withdraw I saw from another name I was unfamiliar with. Was that Mr. Mello's partner?
Novak, Your Honor.
Mr. Novak, who I haven't seen during any time that I've been involved in the case.
Mr. Novak, Your Honor, is a gentleman who I believe filled in, not sure I have this right, but this is my recollection, filled in for Mr. Mello on one day when he was ill, I think before the grand jury, and entered an appearance for that reason. He's had no further involvement with the case, and I think it was just a matter of cleaning up the docket.
Helping out Mr. Mello. So I obviously, pursuant to the motion to disqualify Mr. Mello that I allowed, I'll let Mr. Novak out of the case. So, Mr. Cosgrove, I trust that you'll have communication with the Norfolk DA's office about a new prosecutor coming in on 240043. That's the domestic allegation.
They are aware of it, Your Honor. I think as I'm about to leave the case, it ceases to be my problem, if I can be so blunt. But
you can be so blunt.
Someone, I'm sure, will be in touch with the court.
All right. I'd call upon the Norfolk DA's office to see if they can have somebody appointed on that case.
Yes.
And do it forthwith. I'll make an order to that effect.
All right. I understand, Your Honor. I will just say that since, as you are probably aware, the reason for my withdrawal is that the alleged victim in the case is attempting to implead me in a civil suit between her and Mr. Kearney in the Worcester Superior Court. The situation does not seem to me personally, and I'm not speaking for the office, conducive to enticing the special prosecutor to assume my position. So we'll have to see what develops.
Okay. I'll make an order, Margaret, just as to 240043, the order of the court that the district attorney appoint a special prosecutor within 30 days.
Judge, if I may, we'd just like to be heard on that very point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Attorney Better is going to address that, Judge, just in terms of the potential conflict extending all the way to the DA.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Better.
Judge, the problem with this situation is that the alleged victim, who is dragging Mr. Cosgrove into the case, which has led to his removal, as well as Detective Lieutenant Tully, as part of these series of legal maneuvers, sent a demand letter to Michael Morrissey in his capacity as district attorney, presenting claims against the DA's office arising out of the same incidents which have left Mr. Cosgrove to leave. And it's a classic demand letter. If something's not done within 6 months, she intends to take legal action.
And this is to the Norfolk DA.
This is to Michael Morrissey in his capacity as district attorney, and we believe that the Norfolk DA's office now has an irreconcilable conflict because it would lead to questions about how are they in a position as a future potential litigant to start appointing people. So
why don't you do this? Why don't you write up something and put something in writing to show your opposition? Obviously, I'm not going to. I think it makes sense for the district attorney's office to review whatever it is that you file and then make a decision.
Okay.
On that. Okay.
The last concern with that is at the moment, because Your Honor disqualified Mr. Mello recently in a decision. Mr. Cosgrove has been relieved, and this Mr. Novak has been relieved. This case, the 24 indictment, at this point in time is essentially stateless. There is literally, and I want to overuse the word literally, there is literally no prosecutor on that case for an indictment that is approaching a year and a half, almost 2 years old. There are still outstanding discovery issues, and obviously Mr. Cosgrove is no longer in position to deal with those.
Yeah.
But we just want to get this remedied as quickly as possible.
Yeah, no, I agree. So I think I'm pretty comfortable with my ruling that within 30 days someone has to appear from the Commonwealth.
Okay.
Whether that's the Attorney General's office or another prosecutor's office or somebody, but somebody has to come.
Thank you.
I agree with that. All right, now we're going to the other two cases, which are 23-00313 and 25-0088. I think we're on today for discovery motions on that. I know that you have filed a motion to dismiss. I'm sure Mr. Cosgrove hasn't had a chance to respond to that because it was filed within the last week.
We've had some discussion about that, Your Honor. And if the court is agreeable, we have some suggested dates. I believe that we have agreed on a filing date of a non-court date, non-appearance date, but a filing date of October 27th for the Commonwealth to file a response to the motion. And then I believe that both defense counsel and I would be available if it suits the court on either November 12th or November 14th to hear argument on the motion.
Margaret, what is the court schedule like for those days? With Walsh? So it's going to have to go through the regular course. Give me a date later in the month.
I think
Yeah, because the Walsh trial is going to start and I think October 20th, and that will take care of this session for a while.
Is October 20th work?
No, we're talking about Mr. Cosgrove having the hearing later in the month of November. The filing date's fine.
Right, so.
Later in November, Your Honor?
Yeah.
they didn't think they were going to be available till December.
Yes, well, I mean, the following week is Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, okay, then go into the first week of December.
Any day but the 4th.
Well, that suits me because I can't come on the 4th. So,
the 5th, okay?
Friday the 5th?
Yeah, does that make sense? All right. Okay, so Friday, December 5th.
Non-evidentiary motion to dismiss?
Correct.
Yes, I think it's non-evidentiary at that point. There's a prayer in the motion for an evidentiary hearing, but I assume the judge would make a decision as to whether or not to grant that based on the argument on the 5th.
I'll be at 2 p.m.
Okay. What else do we have? Do we have any?
There are two other matters, Your Honor, that I'd like to raise with the court. One is a motion for a protective order for certain investigative materials. I have just...
Is this the Brady list?
Yes, it relates to the Brady list.
Yeah.
I have just served the actual motion. The attachment was previously provided to the defense, but I believe Mr. Bradel wants to, is okay with taking it up today and wants to be heard briefly on it.
Yeah.
And I'll rely on my written submission.
Okay. So what we have before us is a motion for protective order relevant to certain internal investigatory materials, and that has been presented today by Mr. Cosgrove. Mr. Bradel, go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. As the court will certainly remember, we've maintained our objection about public materials, about public officials, that, you know, the risk of embarrassment, et cetera, is not a grounds to, you know, hide something from the public. And, you know, a lot of this stuff, the trend has been in the last few years to make police misconduct issues publicly accessible. So, you know, Mr. Kearney shouldn't have less rights than everybody else out there. There's no First Amendment exception for Aidan Kearney that he can't have things that the public can have. So this is one of those issues where, you know, we maintain our objection that there's no reason to impound these items. And the stated reason that, oh, Mr. Kearney might talk about these issues is not a ground, and it fits under the rubric of public officials' misconduct should be out in the public sunshine, and that's that. So it's not a grounds to say, well, Mr. Kearney's going to talk about it. And so it's a simple analysis that the public interest should prevail here, and Mr. Kearney should be included in that and get the benefit of that.
Okay.
So there's no grounds. Thank you.
Gotcha. Okay, what else we got? Anything, Mr. Cosgrove?
I just have one more thing, Your Honor. Judge Rayburn, quite a while back, I want to call the court's attention to this, even though I'm not going to be in the position of litigating it. Judge Rayburn, quite a while back, gave Ms. Gattani leave to file pro se motions with the court. About 3 days or thereabouts after I became aware of my need to withdraw, there was a release of a link to Ms. Gattani's cell phone extraction on the internet, which raised a number of issues, having litigated what should happen with this cell phone extraction rather extensively over the course of this case, raised a number of issues that I would otherwise have proceeded with the motion before the court, specifically as to whether the release by someone, and it was not directly released by Mr. Kearney, violated Judge Krupp's order. Ms. Gattani has filed a pro se motion which sets forth a factual basis for that and asks for certain remedies. I'm not sure I'm on the same page with her as to what the appropriate remedies would be or whether it also violates Your Honor's order. But I do think it raises very substantial questions as to whether there was a violation of Judge Krupp's order. And I would urge the court to take a look at it and consider whether it's worth a hearing date and how the court should proceed. And that's all I'll say about it.
Okay. Have you seen it, Mr. Bradel?
Judge, have I seen?
What was filed by Ms. Gattani?
I have.
All right.
First point, Judge, if I may, is that I don't think Commonwealth Counsel is in any position to argue anything on the
I don't think he
case
is.
right now.
I think he's would agree with that. So what I'm going to suggest is that should probably be put over to a date where there's a new prosecutor here. I agree with you on that. I think Mr. Cosgrove has correctly moved to withdraw on that case based upon the circumstances. And I think that a new prosecutor comes in, we'll take a look at it, and then make a determination.
Sure.
Okay.
And I don't want to take a lot of Your Honor's time on this, but just so Your Honor is aware of our position, is that Ms. Gattani keeps filing these motions with the court that are creating a serious risk of denying Mr. Kearney of a fair trial, prejudicing him, prejudicing me, prejudicing Mr. Bederow to the court, to the public. And these things keep getting filed by a third-party litigant. There's no privilege in Massachusetts on the part of a third-party litigant to be asking for things like she's asking for in this motion, suppression, a fine, other relief. You know, this is outrageous. And I asked it, we're going to ask in writing when there's a new prosecutor.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you
Because we've just had it with this. It's going to prejudice our rights to a fair trial on behalf of Mr. Kearney. She can't keep taking pot shots with the court. Your Honor has to read this stuff. You know, it should be stricken. It shouldn't even be accepted is our position.
All right. So I will then see you back, or someone will see you back on whatever date that is that we chose for the hearing.
And one final thing, Your Honor, I'll put on the record that I told Mr. Bradel and Mr. Bederow that with respect to the most recent indictment against Mr. Kearney that involves him standing outside the pizza shop,
25
making faces, that I would provide him with the discovery by the next court date.
Okay.
And that's agreed to, Judge. That's perfectly fine. I did file 2 arraignment motions that I would just ask the Commonwealth to look at in terms of what we're looking for in terms of the response.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your matter is continued to December 5th at 2 p.m. Thank you.
All right. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you. If you don't have those, I'll look over. So in the 25 case, it's a motion for exculpatory discovery. That's the Grand McFarland stuff. And then there's an arraignment motion for discovery. It's really just asked for like a specific specific thing.
Okay, we probably have them.
Yeah, I saw it in the docket,
Okay, great.
but
I just-
I'll make sure everybody sees.
One thing I didn't see, so your motion to dismiss, we have the memorandum, we have the affidavit.
Yep.
You do like just a simple motion?
There's no actual motion. It seems to be incorporated into the so-called affidavit.
I think it was like an incorporated.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, thank you, everybody.
It's more streamlined that way.
Yes, I like it.
Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you, Margaret. Thank you. Thank you.
Are we ready on Miss Sue? Okay. Recalling number 7, Como versus Joe Sue.
How you doing?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Brad Scanton from Ms.
Okay, if we
Sue.
could be quiet, please. Number 7, we are joined by a Mandarin interpreter. Madam Interpreter, have you been sworn today? Yes, I have. And for the record, you are not please. Okay, can I have them come up to the table? That microphone.
Yeah, why don't you come up to the table over here and stand next to Mr. Stanton.
You trash. Yeah. Let's go. It creeps in quiet like a whispered scream, rattles the mind like a bad dream. You see his name and lose control. Turtle Boy's got you swallowed whole. Keyboard warriors fist so tight, type in fury in the dead of night. Oh, Turtle Boy, you're living rent free. Inside the head, it's insanity. They twist, they turn, they foam, they rage. Trapped in a self-made mental Logic left at the digital door. They scream no more, but hit refresh for more. A simple tweet, a YouTube live stream, causing them to once again shout and scream. Comments flying, words on fire, fueled by hate and strange desire. Oh, Turtle Boy, you're living rent free inside their head. It's insanity. They twist, they turn, they foam, they rage. Trapped in a self-made mental cage. Turtle Boy derangement syndrome. Turtle Boy derangement syndrome. Turtle Boy derangement syndrome. Turtle Boy derangement syndrome.
Yo, what's up, people? How's everyone out there doing tonight? Good? Excellent.
Award-winning journalist, author, activist, exposing corruption in Massachusetts, proponent of the First Amendment and free speech. His government name is Aidan Kearney. He's better known as Turtle Boy. His true crime name is Timothy Kearney. He also answers to journalism Jesus. Uncle Turtle Boy, Daddy. Dr. Turtle Boy. Fridge Daddy. Crowd Daddy. Call him what you want. Just make sure to tune into his YouTube lives every Tuesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Turtle Riders Around the World chant. Free Turtle Boy. Free Aidan Kearney. Yeah. Free Turtle Boy. Yeah. Free Aidan Kearney.
In the shadows where the secrets lie, Aidan Kearney with that fire in his eye. They call him Turtle Boy, he's on the case. He won't back down in corruption's face. They tried to silence him with cold steel bars, but prison walls can't dim his burning star. The truth's his weapon, his voice his blade. He fights for freedom in the mess they made. Shell of justice as he storms the night. Turtle Boy won't stop till wrongs are made right. Oh, Aidan Kearney, with your fearless creed, you're raising hell for the First Amendment. Yes, indeed. They bought the law, but they can't afford his soul. He cuts through lies with a pen that's bold. Warded off by threats, but he won't retreat. He drags the guilty to defeat. They play the innocent and guilty hues, but Kearney's digging up forbidden clues. Through the dirt and mud, he finds his way, exposing truths they tried to hide away. Shell of justice as he storms the night. Turtle Boy won't stop till wrongs are made right. Oh, Aidan Kearney, with your fearless creed, you're raising hell for the First Amendment. Yes, indeed. Shell of justice as he storms the night. Turtle Boy won't stop till wrongs are made right. Oh, Aidan Kearney, with your fearless creed, you're raising hell for the First Amendment. Yes, indeed.
Group text messages between Proctor, Tully, Buchanan, Morrissey, and these are public servants. These are outlandish messages.
They called him a menace, a thorn in their side.
digging up truths they tried hard to hide. Aidan Kearney with a pen like a blade. They framed him with lies, but he won't be swayed. 60 days behind cold steel, but the truth don't bend, it's made of steel. Free turtle boy, he's the voice they fear. Cut through the noise, make it crystal clear. They can lock him up, but they can't lock him down. Truth's a wildfire burning this town. Oh, MSP with their smoke and their schemes tried to bury his voice, silence his dreams, but he's got sarcasm sharp as a knife, an honest man in a world of strife. A good man's fight is a never-ending war. He'll keep on digging and keep exposing more. The Commonwealth shakes, but they'll never win. Truth's a wave, crashing, breaking in. Free turtle boy, he's the voice they fear. Cut through the noise, make it crystal clear. They can lock him up, but they can't lock him down. Truth's a wildfire burning this town. Hey! Whoa, fear. Cut through the noise, make it crystal clear. They can lock him up, but they can't lock him down. Truth's a wildfire burning this town. Yeah.
Aidan Kearney, after a bench trial, you have been found not guilty as to one charge of violate abuse prevention order. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Hey, how you doing? It's never boring with you.
Well, that was a lot of nothing, but were you expecting more than nothing?
I think we anticipated that the motion to dismiss would be argued at a different date because we would need more time. Of course, it was a mega motion, so there's a lot.
And they haven't responded yet.
They've not responded yet, so they have to respond by 30 days, and then we're going to argue it on December 5th. It sounds like so. But I think the big news out of today was that the special, what we knew was coming, that the Robert Cosgrove has tapped out of the Kearney indictments. So
yeah, and you guys didn't object to that. So let me ask you this: let's talk reality here. In 30 days, if they haven't appointed some prosecutor, will the court do it?
This case is on life support. There's no prosecutor. There is literally no prosecutor on the 2024 case. One was removed by the court for making himself a witness. Two have had to withdraw for various reasons. The alleged victim in that case is suing anybody and everybody in connection with that case. Who's taking that case? You?
I will not take that case.
So, look, someone has to show up, but I think also the court recognizes that because of the legal maneuvering, that the district attorney doesn't even have the ability to appoint someone because they're apparently going to get sued as well by this individual. So it's a fiasco.
So Judge Toolin made it sound like I'm laying down the law here. 30 days, got to be somebody appointed. Do we really think something would come of it if nothing happens, if nobody's appointed?
Well, something has to happen. If either dismiss or prosecute, one of the two. We have a right to discovery that's still outstanding, and that shouldn't stop because they don't have their house in order. So our position is get your house in order, and if you can't, then do the right thing and dismiss.
Yeah.
End it.
And certainly the defense is prejudiced by that. Let's
Absolutely.
talk about the most recent case where you're waiting for some discovery. That now they say will be here by the December 5th latest date. What are you expecting to get? This relates to what I call pizza case.
The window intimidation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're just waiting on the grand jury documents. We haven't got them yet, so we don't know what was said in there. And of course, we've seen in the other case that the grand jury is very important. You know, that happens behind closed doors, and if there's shenanigans, we need to be able to identify them and review what happened in there and how I was indicted for witness intimidation for doing T-Rex arms Tuesday night.
But we also want to know on that, the whole case revolves around an apparent illegal wiretap out on the street. So what are they going to do about that? Are they going to charge him? Are they going to give him a break? You know,
Was that
Chris Allen,
whoever's in charge of the property.
Let's be clear about that. We asked for an investigation into that, and initially, the Canton Police Commissioner recused herself from consideration of that and kicked it over to the DA. And we filed a notice with the DA to alert them to this, and they simply haven't responded. So, you know, we'll have to wait to see with all of it. So,
Let me ask about the guts of the motion. We haven't heard the reply yet or the response, and then I assume you guys will have a reply. I think the strongest part of it is the misrepresentation to the grand jury, but there's a lot in there. So is that the key to you, or do you see something more important in the motion that supports getting rid of these charges?
But we see a lot of problems in the grand jury, disclosing evidence, relationships with people with very checkered histories that they rely on, destruction of evidence, non-disclosure of evidence, false and misleading testimony. I mean, we could go on and on if you have an hour what the problems are. But, you know, our view is that considered cumulatively, all of this is egregious governmental misconduct, and it all ought to be dismissed. You can't have prosecutors, police officers, private civilians working at the behest or with police officers doing these kinds of things. So I wouldn't isolate it and say this is stronger than that. The whole mosaic is awful and needs to be dismissed.
What do you anticipate the response to be?
That's for them to decide. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're a good attorney. You always have to anticipate.
I have no idea how they're going to respond to this. In our view, a lot of this misconduct is indefensible. So, but that's for them to decide. I don't want to speak.
We're not giving them any ideas. Yeah, they can come up with their own nonsense.
Mark boxed them in really well. They're boxed in, and you know, we're very optimistic about it, as we are. You know, they're dropping like flies. Mello's gone, Novak's gone. You know, there's more to come on Mello with respect to the Reed witness case. That's still out there to disqualify him there. So there's much more to come. We moved the needle today, kind of mostly by agreement. You know, again, we're stalled because the government can't get its house in order with prosecutors. So, you know, we're gonna see where that goes.
Every time I come to one of these hearings, I walk out the same way thinking, what the hell are they doing and why? What's the motivation?
You have to ask them.
I knew you were going to say
none
that.
of us.
You might have something.
I mean, I'm coming up on the 2-year anniversary of getting arrested at the bus stop, and I don't feel like we've made much progress. They've done anything. Every time we come here, like you said, we just kind of kick the can down the road. Maybe next time we'll talk about something important and you know, discovery. And it's I don't know what their plan here is, but I think it's just to keep me out on bail and keep me on my best behavior. And or I don't even know if they have a plan.
The problem is when they started this case, the idea was to stifle speech as it relates to another well-known case. Obviously, that case is over. It didn't work out for them, and they're still doing this, and they're kind of stuck with that. As we learned earlier this week, many of the witnesses who presumably are going to testify at a trial here are apparently all about to be sued for civil rights and conspiracy violations. That's another case, other people making those decisions. But you'd like to think at some point in time that you see what happens. We have no prosecutor on one of these indictments. The whole thing is just literally on life support. This other case is kicking around. It's failing. All of this is failing, and you'd like to think at some point that they just reevaluate. Special prosecutor after special prosecutor after special prosecutor. That appears to be the way the sausage is made in this county, but at some point in some time, it's got to go. It's got to go. The Karen Reed case is over.
They lost.
They lost.
I've heard.
They lost.
I've heard that.
It's time to see the writing on the wall with this case. It was only brought to keep Aidan quiet, and the thing is over. It's circling the drain, and we want this case has got to go too.
Could the state move into another county just to keep get it clean?
I've never seen that happen where the state would move a case. I don't think it's going to happen.
What would that tell you if a prosecutor is afraid that they can't win in their home court, that they want to go someplace else?
Yeah.
If that's even part of the thought process, then you should just dismiss it.
Maybe if they move it to North Korea.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that.
So you brought up a good point. Now Morrissey's in the crosshairs in terms of his ability, his whole office's ability. So what is the option if the court decides that the Morrissey office can't handle this?
Hell knows. The Attorney General,
who
who has already, as you've seen in the motion again and again, has refused to get involved. Why would anyone in private practice choose to get involved in this? Look what happens. You may get sued. Look, I don't know what they're going to do. It would be foolish to even predict. It seems to me the only right thing to do is dismiss all of it.
Well, they make a lot of taxpayer money, so that's their carrot. So who knows if someone is out there, the fourth or fifth person across all these cases. Are they going to make $250,000 too?
Yeah, I mean, they paid Robin Novak $20,000 to work one day. They paid Ken Mello at least $80,000 to do. I don't know what he did, but they just literally took the money and ran. And the taxpayers are the real victims here in this.
When I sit there and I see all of that money going out the door, it's right.
That's the scandal, though, right? I mean, you have 3 special prosecutors that are now gone from this case. What does that mean? They're not DA salary. That's extra taxpayer money. And one of them got himself kicked off for being a witness. Another one bailed the day after the motion was filed, who worked with Mello. And Mr. Cosgrove, understandably, had to leave because he's being sued. But you paid for this. It's your tax money that a year and a half later has a case without a prosecutor, and all that extra money went into it. You saw it in Karen's case with all the special prosecutor fees. It's happening here. And maybe the question to ask is, why do they keep doing it? Why does it keep happening here? What's the problem in this county, and why there is such a crisis of confidence in law enforcement? This shouldn't be happening again and again and again. It becomes a giant fiasco.
That's why all these people are here.
Well, that's where it's right. That's what I was going to say. Is that's where you guys come in. The media comes in, and the public comes in.
What media?
That's why you guys are here. Because this is outrageous and it needs to stop. And eventually you get to the ballot box, but you guys are all free to speak out now because Aidan's not going to be the scapegoat here. Aidan's not going to be the martyr. We're going to get him out of this, and nobody should have to be in that position.
All right. Thank
you guys for coming.
Can I ask you all?
Good job, Aidan.
Can you do a picture first?
No.
By the way, Mark, I got a power for you. I'm going to play.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by, guy. See you again. This time, but dress warmer.
Yeah, I know. Well, I got a coat, but I left.
So, is this what you expected today?
Basically, yeah. I was maybe I Three more months.
All right.
Down the road.
Mark should be the umbrella to shut down.
There you go. Okay, where's that?
He's literally a block away.
Oh, you're walking out? I'll call. I'm in the registry. I'll call. Yeah.
Your birthday. We're celebrating your birthday.
So we'll come to.
Well, I told him.
We'll get you next time. You need a ride? Well.
Oh, I have to. Give me a. Oh, you still.
Well,
Why not?
you need a ride? No. How's it going?
I know.
Yeah.
I promise we'll leave you alone after that. Can you date it? I'm trying to laugh. Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna ask you. I talked to you before. I'm keeping ask us. Nice meeting you.
Get South Carolina. Yeah.
I thought you said
I enjoy.
Well,
Yesterday, he said that she feels better.
I heard you say that.
Thank God, right?
My heart, yeah.
But he made it to the bus. So that's the first one. Second one is he's already feeling better.
He's gonna be okay.
And now we're just gonna keep praying.
Yeah. I want to go fishing with him next week.
Listen, we'll be there.
Do some striking.
Absolutely.
Am I on?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, hi everyone.
Want to say hi? Come on.
No, I don't want to
Say hi.
Hi.
You're Cop's daughter.
I am Cop's daughter.
And you're in our chat all the time. Saying hi.
I came in here on 2 wheels.
Yep.
But I made it.
You made it. You always make it.
Trying.
So.
I just told Scott we're gonna. I said I'm thinking about being new at the Halloween party.
Get some drywall, some drywall stilts, right? They're not a couple feet above you. So, all right, I am going to bail. I got to run. Listen, it's good seeing you again.
Yeah,
don't be a stranger, okay?
Okay.
We'll see you again. So, where's Will?
Were you right behind me? Okay. Oh, appreciate it. Thanks.
Bye. It's good seeing you. Good. See you again.
That's the sake of. You both. I like the notebook.
Be safe. Safe travels, my friend, all right? Catch up. Say hi.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Tom and Mike. Praying for you, buddy. Love you.
He gets the cancer removed, and he feels better already.
I love it.
They feel like, thank you, God.
I love it.
Thank you. All right, listen, have a safe flight. Be healthy home. All right. I'll wait for the traffic to go by. So yeah, that was a day. And again, we have no resolution. Pretty much just come back. That's all, right? Come back. Keep coming back. Getting freaking old. It really is getting old. You know, we don't necessarily like coming here to see this stuff. It's good to come and see other people, but yeah. Yep.
They lock the truth behind a door. Told us to speak, but not too much more. Oh, a pen in hand, try to burn. Backwards rules, they stack the deck, but we've got a voice they can't neglect. You can't drown thunder, can't hush the storm. Justice survives, it's how it's born. Free turtle boy, let the truth ring loud. Aidan stands tall, won't be found. Journalism made no crime, it's the fight we need. Exposing corruption, planting the Free turtle boy, let the truth ring loud. Aidan stands tall, won't be bound. Journalism made no crime, it's the fight we need. Exposing corruption, planting the seed.
They keep trying to put him in jail. First Amendment rights on the line. Saying the shit the news won't tell. All because he wouldn't shut up and resign. He's fighting for the rest of us. Investigating public corruption. Norfolk County District Attorney's Office says it cannot be trusted. They don't like what he's discovered. Free turtle boy. Free Aidan Kearney. Free turtle boy, free Aidan Kearney. Because they tried to lock him up for doing his job, and he just wants to get his story out. He's a journalist who's afraid of nothing. Turtle Riders unite. We got his back. Free turtle boy, free Aidan Kearney. Free turtle boy, free Aidan Kearney. Because they try to lock him up for doing his job, and he just wants to get his story out. He's a journalist who's afraid of nothing. Turtle Riders unite. We got his back.
There's a man they call Turtle Boy, don't you know? Digging for truth where the shadows grow, uncovering secrets with a fiery pen. He's not gonna stop till the lies all end. Aidan Kearney hunts in the darkest halls, breaking the chains where corruption calls. Bars couldn't silence the voice of the brave. The truth's a crusade that he's dying to save. Free turtle boy, let the fire burn bright. Free Aidan Kearney, bring the wrongs to light. When the world turns cold in a cloak of despair, truth is armor and the fight's laid bare. They locked him up, but he's still out there, like a ghost in the night with justice to spare. Pages and stories they can never erase. The truth is a mirror they can't displace. He's a shadow when the night gets too still, shining a light on the power to kill. Words like bullets, they cut through the storm. A warrior's heart and its truest form. You can't cage the man who's freeing the chains. Reckoning's coming with the fire and rain. Handcuffs might hold, but the story escapes. Turtle Boy fights where the battle takes shape. crusade that he's dying to say. Free turtle boy, let the fire burn bright. Free Aidan Kearney, bring the wrongs to light. When the world turns cold in a cloak of despair, the truth, the crusade that he's dying to say. The truth, the crusade that he's dying to say. Free turtle boy, let the fire burn bright. Free Aidan Kearney, bring the wrongs to light. When the world turns cold in a cloak of despair, truth is armor and the fight's laid bare. They locked him up, but he's still out there, like a ghost in the night with justice to spare. Pages and stories they can never erase. The truth is a mirror they can't displace. He's a shadow when the night gets too still, shining a light on the power to kill. Words like bullets, they cut through the storm. A warrior's heart in its truest form. You can't cage the man who's freeing the chains. Reckoning's coming with the fire and rain. Handcuffs might hold, but the story escapes. Turtle boy fights where the battle takes shape.
In the pursuit of truth, he's unbridled and fierce. Aidan Kearney, the watchdog, cuts through the veils and peers. Journalist, flame burning, bright, untamed. Free turtle boy, the voice that won't be tamed. In shadows they linger, where secrets are spun. With Kenton, PD, and MSB, the deeds come undone. Whispers of power, cloaked in deceit. The light of truth's blaze they cannot defeat. Amidst the halls of justice, where shadows cast long, the Norfolk County District Attorney's office falters. In the wake of the wrong, corruption takes root, where accountability weakens, voices rise up as the silence deepens. Lawyers Tim Bradle and Mark Betterow stand, championing Aidan Kearney's rights, lending a steady hand. First Amendment battles in the courthouse they fight, for freedom of speech they defend with all their might. Truths unravel, louder in the storm's eye he stands. Aidan Kearney's relentless in revealing hidden strands. His unmatched skills pierce the darkest of nights, turning secrets to ashes in his unwavering light. Around the world people cheer, listen Turtle's name, a rallying cry for justice, igniting the flame. Boundless support echoes from every distant land, standing with Aidan Kearney, unit hand. With courage as his guide through the murky unknown, Aidan Kearney uncovers stories where shadows have grown. His pen is a sword cutting through layers of lies, a call for justice reaching the endless sky. Through the corridors of power, the truth finds its way. Aidan Kearney, the intimidator, makes the corrupt sway. In the face of deceit, he stands firm and tall, a beacon for justice, answering the clarion call. Raise your voice for Turtle Boy, let freedom ring. In defense of truth, let the First Amendment sing. Through trials and tribulations, he stands undeterred. A champion of rights where justice is heard. Aidan's got a notebook inked in fire. He's digging through the dirt they tried to hide. A spotlight chasing shadows in the mire. Truth's his compass, no place left to buy.
Free Turtle Boy, the voice they fear. Free Aidan Kearney, the truth is clear. Meal of food for the hungry mind. Expose the lies they try to buy. Satire sharp, cuts through the noise. Doctor of chaos, wielding his voice. From YouTube lives to written words, he flings his arrows, justice heard.
They try to chain the fearless cry.
The Turtle Boy's too fast and says bye-bye. Free Turtle Boy, the voice they fear. Free Aidan Kearney, the truth is clear. Meal of food for the hungry mind. Expose the lies they try to find. Ink won't dry, the story grows. Aidan's pen, where courage flows. Corruption cracks, the walls come down. Dr. Turtle Boy, take the crown. Free Turtle Boy, the voice they fear. Free Aidan Kearney, the truth is clear. Meal of food for the hungry mind. Expose the lies they try to buy.
Turtle shields up, he charges alone, digging through dirt, ripping up stone. They hush, they threaten, shadows creep, but he won't stop, he won't sleep. Free Turtle Boy, break the chains.
Justice runs through his veins. Free Aidan Kearney, no lies, no fear. Turtle riders around the world are here.
His words like fire, searing the dark. In their silence, he makes his mark. They twist, they turn, try to hide. He cuts through the muck with pride.
Free Free turtle boy, break the chains. Justice runs through his veins. Free Aidan Kearney, no lies, no fear. Tunnel riders around the world are here. They smear his name, won't let him be. But the truth is louder than their deceit. Through the cracks, their masks will fall. He's standing tall, answering the call. Free turtle boy, break the chains. Justice runs through his veins. Free Aidan Kearney, no lies, no fear. Tunnel riders around the world are here. In the shadows, truth takes a stand. Aidan Kearney, he's your man. Digging deep where secrets hide. Turtle riders worldwide. Free turtle boy, let the truth unfold. One voice loud, one heart bold. First Amendment, it's our fight. Free Aidan Kearney, bring the dark to light. Corruption crumbles, lies exposed. Behind the screen, the story grows. They try to silence, they try to bind, but turtle riders never rewind. Free turtle boy, let the truth unfold. One voice loud, one heart bold. First Amendment, it's our fight. Free Aidan Kearney, bring the dark to light. Bring the dark to light. No chains, no cage can hold the pen. The story starts again and again. With every turtle rider, with every stand, Turtle Boy's voice across the land. Free Turtle Boy, let the truth unfold. One voice loud, one heart bold. First Amendment, it's our fight. Free Aidan Kearney, bring the dark to life.
Total by derangement syndrome, total by derangement syndrome. You're spinning in the void. Total by derangement syndrome, total by derangement syndrome.
Hey, you guys. I was just hopping on to say thank you for watching with us. Sorry, that's my bird. Michael is out getting interviews and stuff, and it's raining, so might be having problems with the Starlink. We'll go ahead and end it here, and we will be back at 6 p.m. This evening. We will portal into tonight's show. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, fam. Oops. How do I end it?